Ladies and gentlemen, this is the world premiere Word on the Streets.
World premiere Word on the Streets, the show that's changing lives one word at a time. Join our hosts Larry Moten, aka Extraordinaire, and the amazing Keith Fletcher. They're here every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time to uplift, inspire, and teach you that you don't have to accept life as it is. You have the power to change your conditions, to break free from self-limiting beliefs, and to live a life with endless possibilities. We know that life can be tough, and sometimes it feels like giving up. But we're here to tell you that there's hope. As long as you're breathing, you have an opportunity to turn things around. Our show is all about empowerment. We're committed to helping those who feel stuck, those who feel like they're not living up to their potential. We believe that everyone deserves to live a life they truly enjoy living. So tune in every Monday and Wednesday and get ready to transform your life. Allow the process to process, and sooner or later, you'll start to see opportunities all around you. You'll start to believe in yourself, and you'll start to live the life you've always dreamed of. So let's get started on this journey together. Let's break the chain of self-limiting beliefs, and let's start living our best lives. Welcome to World Premiere Word on the Streets.
Good evening, this is Black History 365 Days, with another extraordinary story making headlines today.
Dr. Tracy Marks is a general and forensic psychiatrist with over 20 years of experience, dedicated to increasing mental health awareness and understanding. She earned her undergraduate degree from Duke University and her medical degree from the University of Florida, followed by residency training at the New York Presbyterian Hospital, Cornell Medical Center. In her forensic practice, Dr. Marks has provided over 1,000 expert opinions through independent medical evaluations, criminal assessments, and civil litigation consultations. She has been qualified as an expert in multiple federal and state courts, as well as military court-martials. Beyond her clinical work, Dr. Marks educates the public on psychiatric disorders, mental well-being, and self-improvement through her YouTube channel, Dr. Tracy Marks. Her mission is to empower individuals by enhancing their understanding of mental health, fostering personal growth, and reducing societal stigma. Tonight World Premiere Word on the Streets honors and salutes Dr. Tracy Marks. This is Black History 365 Days.
Ladies and gentlemen, get set for an engaging lightning show. Let's welcome our hosts, the brilliant Larry Moten, aka Extraordinaire, and the fantastic, amazing Keith Fletcher. They crafted the incredible world premiere Word on the Streets. Grab your favorite listening spot and tune in. Don't forget to invite your friends by sending them a quick text or shout out on your favorite social media platform. We believe it's a show you won't want to miss.
Ladies and gentlemen, Extraordinaire and the amazing Keith Fletcher.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. Welcome to World Premiere Word on the Streets. I am Extraordinaire, along with friends, the amazing, the one and only, Mr. Keith Fletcher. What's up, my brother? How you doing today?
Hey, what's up? What's up? Beautiful day in Texas, man. I can't say it be a great day in Texas. The weather was great, sun shining, man. Just blessed, man. Blessed, man. All praise to the Most High. Blessed, man. How about you?
Man, I wish I could say the sun was shining out here in southwestern Louisiana. We're filled with clouds. Look like it's gonna rain any second. But I'm having a wonderful day, Fletcher. I mean, I,
That's what
I
matters.
could tell you otherwise.
That's
Now I
what
could.
matters, man. That's what matters.
Yeah, but let me tell you, my brother, you know, and friends, y'all know how much I love those Los Angeles Lakers. How
Uh-oh.
much I love Anthony Davis, AD.
News alert. A news alert. News alert.
Oh God, man, that ripped my heart apart, man. That ripped me apart to separate AD and LeBron James. That was a heartbreaker for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Y'all got Luna, man. Y'all got those. Hey, you see what you got, but
Oh man, yeah, but AD, man, you're not gonna find another AD in the NBA. That height and the utility he brings. Oh my God. So, you know, that was a difficult pill for me to swallow. So I don't know. We're gonna see how that roll
people
on.
here in Dallas, they upset too. So
Yeah,
they upset.
Dallas is up. Yeah, that's right. You in Dallas? Yeah, Dallas
People
is
in
up
Dallas,
there.
they upset. They don't understand what that trade was about. Nobody's they in the dark. So you're not the only. When I heard it, and I'm not
Yeah,
a basketball fan, I was like, wait a minute, what?
yeah.
So
And
yeah.
nobody can put it together because this guy Luca is a franchise man. This
Yeah,
guy
the
is
franchise itself, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he
yeah,
injured, but nobody expected that to happen. No.
and he's young,
Yeah, exactly.
25 years old,
Yeah.
and the boy can ball like it's nobody
Yeah,
business.
throw the ball.
But they broke up. They broke up a family. They broke up a family.
Yeah, don't
Man,
Lakers.
what I'm gonna do, y'all? What I'm gonna do? They broke up a family over here. Yeah, man, we've been in mourning over here at the Moten house, man. No AD and LeBron. Oh God, I don't even know if I want to watch them when they come back on. I'm gonna have to tiptoe to watch the next game. But anyway, man, it's good to see your face, brother. You bringing me sunshine just to be on this platform with you, man.
Same here, man. Same here. Same here, man. Yeah.
And you know, Fletcher, this is just like a lot of people, huh? In real life, we get hooked on things and we don't want to let go. We don't want to make the change. See, change come.
Change is hard, man. Change hard for a lot of people, man.
Change is hard.
About that all the
Change
time
is
right here,
hard.
man. People don't want to change, let go. That's it. Everything, even at your job, people tell them new things come down to you don't want to change system, you don't want to change your email, you don't want to change your password. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to change nothing.
Yeah,
Change is hard, man.
change. You absolutely right.
Change is
And
good too, but
yeah, right. It's a two-edged sword, isn't it?
yes, it is. Yep.
Yeah, it's a two-edged sword. So is the word trust. You talk a lot about trust. See, but and trust is a two-edged word, two-sword word, friends, because trust can bring opportunities, and it also can bring what's that other word? Boy, I wrote it down, man. But that's a sharp word there, trust. Because on one hand it could bring opportunities, but on the other hand, I can't. Somebody out there, y'all help me with the word. Put it in the chat room. Let me see it. But it's a two-edged sword. Just believe me on that.
Man, I used to be big. I used to trust. I used to worry about trust so much, man. When I started getting in business and start understanding business, you know what I'm saying, that trust, you got to let out that, like you say, the emotions and trust is different when it comes to business. Once I start getting into business, man, it's about being prepared and having some understanding. Some you're gonna lose, some you're gonna win. Some, man, you gotta trust yourself. And like I said, I just start trusting in one person, the Most High. So, but trusting people, man, people gonna make mistakes. Sometimes a person can do something and you trust them and they ain't intend to do. And they thought they were doing everything right, man, and they broke it. So I started looking at trust a little bit different, especially when it came to when I started doing business, man. What I'm saying? I had to trust the process and trust how things come and understand like it's gonna be some ups and downs, especially like learning the stock market. Man, you can pick something and have that pick, man. You say, man, I know this is gonna work. I did all my homework and all this, and you can give that and then you can lose, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be ups and downs. So I think sometimes when you get in trust, and trust can send you on a spiral out of control, especially when people are human nature. I trusted that person. They did me like this. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I'd have been in the point like sometimes I'd have trusted the person. It was my fault because I gave them too much. You know what I'm saying? I had all the red flags, and I did. So sometimes, I had to blame myself. So looking at trust with me, it over time. My grandma used to say, I said all the time, you learn by and by. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
that's what.
right. That's right. So trust bring opportunities, but it also brings risk.
Yeah, it's a lot of high risk.
I knew I written it down somewhere.
And see, risk, man, you gotta then. So now let me see what you said. You said risk, right?
Yes.
So now you got to understand it ain't so the trust are really now you got to know your risk tolerance. See, it
There
come
we
back to
go.
you. What is your risk tolerance? Can you handle that type of risk? You know what I'm saying? My risk tolerance be different from your risk tolerance. Then you got to look at age and all that into it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a
All of
lot
that.
of things tied into when you say risk. You know what I'm saying? So we'll put it more on trust, but there's other factors in that cause that trust factor. It's other things.
Friends, if you all tuning in for the very first time, this is the world premiere word on the streets. I am extraordinaire, and of course, I'm with the one and only the amazing Keith Fletcher. And if you enjoy meaningful topics like this, we do it twice a week, every week at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. The only thing we ask of you is to grab our link and share it on your social media platform with your friends, family, and loved ones as well. And by the way, click like. But Fletcher and I, we come on gladly, passionately every weekday, every week evening at 7 p.m. Monday and Wednesday Central Standard Time. And so tonight, friends, we're talking about personal development. To be more appointed, personal development for your soul. And we talk about personal development in totality on Mondays, and on Wednesday, we cross the bridge over to financial literacy. We think this combination is something that would uplift our community. When I say our community, we mean the human race. Because at the end of the day, friends, life doesn't have a color. Life isn't about being all black, all white, all Hispanic, all Asian. No, at the end of the day, we are a community. And that's what we're building and growing on. Now, some of us need more than others. That's just the reality of it all. And so if you need more of it, we welcome you to join us every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Fletcher, what say you?
Hey, I agree with everything you said, man. Some of us need more than others. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't anybody. Everybody need a mentor. Everybody need that boost. Everybody need that. There's something to guide them. You know what I'm saying? That light. You know what I'm saying? So do we think we the one? We can give you some of it. You know what I'm saying? We especially if we come together as a community, we can shine even brighter. So that's what we're here to do on Word Premier, Word on the Street. Get a beacon of light. You know what I'm saying? To help you. Also, like me and Extraordinaire say. While we giving this, we learning ourselves. So, you know what I'm saying? We build a community, we can all learn, we stronger together. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about, being stronger together. So if you like what we're saying, man, we appreciate you to hit the like button, share it, get the notification when we're coming on. And that's all we ask you to do, man. Just come on, support us so we can build up our following.
We're going to turn it over now to 3 fun facts that occur on this day, February the 3rd, and other things too that may interest you. And Fletcher and I will be back on the flip side. So don't go anywhere. Don't touch that dial unless you're going to text someone and tell them to tune in to the world premiere, Word on the Streets.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, before Sarah Jones come on with interested headline news, enjoy a moment of some fun facts Extra and Fletcher gather for you today.
Today, February the 3rd, the 15th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution was ratified, granting African American men the right to vote. While this was a monumental step toward equality, it's also a reminder of the ongoing fight for voting rights and the importance of civic engagement. Did you know that black women like Ida B. Wells and Mary Church Terrell played pivotal roles in advocating for voting rights for all African Americans, even before the 19th Amendment granted women the right to vote in 1920? Also on this day, WGPR-TV in Detroit became the first black-owned and operated television station in the United States. It was a groundbreaking moment for black representation in media, providing a platform for black voices and stories that were often ignored by mainstream networks. WGPR-TV was known for its innovative programming, including the iconic dance show which became a cultural phenomenon in the 1970s and 1980s. And to end our fun fact for today, February the 3rd. We cannot forget the iconic TV show A Different World, which premiered its very first episode today. While the show initially focused on Lisa Bonet's character known as Denise Huxtable, it later evolved into a groundbreaking series that highlighted life at a historically black college, HBCU, and tackled important social issues like racism, activism, and relationships. The show's popularity led to a significant increase in applications to HBCUs across the country, proving the power of representation in media.
Today, February 3rd, marks a new day, a new chance, and a new beginning. As we rise with the sun, remember that every morning brings hope, every breath brings life, and every moment brings endless possibilities. Leave behind the shadows of doubt and fear, and step into the light of promise and potential. Believe in yourself, trust the process, and know that greatness awaits. As we journey through this day, remember to spread love, kindness, and compassion. Be the beacon of hope for someone in need, and let your presence make a difference. And to those celebrating their birthday today, happy birthday! May your day be as bright and beautiful as you are. Let's make today count, let's make it matter, and let's make it unforgettable. Rise up, shine on, and let the world feel your presence.
Today's headlines.
Hi, I'm Sarah Jones, reporting to you from WOTS.
Sarah Jones reporting with some daily habits that are silently draining your energy. Did you know that some of your daily habits are quietly draining your energy? Here are a few to watch out for. Constantly checking your phone overloads your brain. While negative self-talk and holding on to grudges drain you emotionally. Eating too much sugar gives you quick highs, but leads to energy crashes. Sitting all day without movement or having poor posture leads to fatigue. Overcommitting and skipping breaks wear you down, while ignoring stress and procrastination create unnecessary mental strain. Even something as simple as not drinking enough water, skipping breakfast, or working in a cluttered space can leave you feeling exhausted. The good news? Small changes, like setting phone limits, drinking more water, moving more, and managing stress, can help you reclaim your energy and feel your best every day. Sarah Jones reporting. Back to you guys in the studio.
Reporting from WOTS. Now, back to the show.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Our hosts are here and ready to indulge in passionate and meaningful discussion. Our chat room is open, so you can join and add your point of view. But before we hear from our hosts, listen to this short, yet powerful message.
This isn't just a show, it's a movement.
If you don't have a basic sense of self-worth, criticism becomes damaging instead of being simply unfavorable feedback. So similarly, when you have been programmed to have a negative appraisal of yourself, like feeling unworthy, it doesn't matter what someone says or doesn't say, you feel that way about yourself at baseline. And that feeling of inadequacy shapes the decisions that you make, the company you keep, and the kinds of opportunities for which you make yourself available. So here's what I've taught you today. When you feel distress, usually there's a combination of emotions and thoughts associated with the emotions. The emotions are real reactions to the thoughts that are usually distorted in some way. And here's what you can do to break the cycle of ruminating over these thoughts and spiraling into an emotional black hole. First, Diffuse the intensity of the experience by using visualizations to pull you out of the moment so that you can evaluate your thoughts. This breaks the negative momentum and gives you a chance to look more objectively at what's going on. Second, use coping statements and grounding exercises to distract yourself from the thoughts and emotions.
And we are back, friends. Hope you all enjoy the 3 fun facts, the news, and that information about coping and about really improving yourself mentally. And if you're improving yourself mentally, the goal is to also improve yourself physically. Before we started the show, I was asking Fletcher a few questions about the exercise routine that he does, and he was sharing with me. And so tonight topics is about reprogramming your mind, reprogramming your thoughts for success. For and success now means success for you in whatever endeavor that you feel and believe you need to improve in and improve what in whatever area in your life. So I was thinking about all these things and thinking about how we look at people who want to build strength, endurance, and muscles and things of that sort. And so I was asking Fletcher a few questions. And so in my mind, friends, uh, I was thinking these thoughts that says, show me a man or show me a woman, and I would also show you that boy and that girl. And this came from the concept that has been passed on through generation that the first 7 years of our life, much of our thoughts, much of the way that we understand and see things and interpret things were created in the first 7 years of our life. And from that point on, every 7 years, it become a rebirth, a new birth of a new you, but with the foundation of the first 7 years of you. So our brains are wired to repeat pattern of thoughts and behavior based on our past experience. With that being said, I think about all kind of things like how can I be set free from that child and think new thoughts? How can I get out of the prison of my thoughts, in short? See, a lot of us, Fletcher, we're living and we don't even take the time to realize that our judgment, our prejudice, the way that we see things, the way that we interpret things have pretty much been pre-programmed, and we don't even realize. We think that we're thinking those thoughts because we're thinking those thoughts and being clueless that the reason why we think that way is because we have been pre-programmed to think that way. Are you feeling it?
Yes, sir.
So, and oftentimes, so let me ask you, friends, if you want to make a major decision in your life, and you're a 45-year-old man or woman, you're a 52, 55-year-old man or woman, would you go to a 7-year-old for advice? You want to make a financial investment. Would you go to a 7-year-old? Would you go to a 7-year-old for marriage counseling? No. Would you go to a 7-year-old for getting your body in shape? And that exercise thing that I had with Fletcher, to let you all in on it. So I was asking him before the show, how many push-ups does he do? And he told me 100. And I said, no, no, you're not doing 100. If you are doing 100, and I know how he's doing it, because a lot of people, they count differently. They go down, that's one. When they come up, that's two. So that's 50, but it's 100. But anyway, my point is, we can't. Well, we have better sense to go to a 7-year-old for advice in major decisions in our life. But by the same token, friends, we are reverting in our own thoughts to that 7-year-old boy and that 7-year-old girl, and we're making major decisions in our life. And the reason why I know it's true, because we get emotionally all out of control when someone else asks you questions about why you feel the way that you feel. See, a question like that shouldn't cause any defensiveness. You feel what I'm saying, Fletcher?
Mm-hmm.
But how often have we met people and you ask them just some very basic question and they get flustered? And I submit to you all out there, and this is something that we all need to work on. We're still living through the prism of that child. You want to live a new life. You want to live a fresh life. You want to take control of your life. This is the study of neuroplasticity. This is the study of science, mental science. This is the study of taking back control of your mind, thus your life. And this is why so many shows, when we talk about guarding your thoughts, watching your thoughts, it sounds so simple, sounds so easy, sounds like something you've heard before, you hear it all the time. But to actually do the work and to actually observe yourself and to actually change what you used to be, it becomes a challenge. Because many of us who listen to me right now, if you said the truth out loud, you see yourself as I have seen myself, behaving like that 7-year-old child, but you're too proud to say it. Go ahead on, Fletcher.
Nah, you right about, man. I think a lot of, even with me, you go back to that childhood, and it's just the childhood. The environment also matters. The environment you in, the childhood you in, uh, trauma you in, the person that raised you, the trauma they were in, the people around you got trauma. So, as me, when I was coming up, you hear about everybody talk about, I used to fight all the time, fight with people. I thought that was the best way to solve a problem. I'm not going to discuss it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know no better. And then, certain people allowed me to be that way. And like saying, coming up different times, you had to be that way. So I saw a problem with fists. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of, back then I had a great foundation, a great family, but that's back then. I think a lot of people, a lot of us was trying to figure out them times, and they had trauma, you know what I'm saying, their life. There wasn't no counseling you go through, you know what I'm saying? You went to work, you get up, you go to, you know what I'm saying, with your family, then you go to church. That's the only counseling you had with your pastor. And the damn pastor probably had trauma in his life, you know what I'm saying? Things going on in his life. But everybody was seeking some kind of understanding, some comfort. So me going through the world, back day when I was, is you had to be hard. You know, we saw problems with fish. You didn't let nobody get on you or pick on you or bully you. Now, you handle yourself. So that's how I went through my life, thinking a fist, being loud, and being ready is going to solve a problem. And it caused me a lot of problems. It caused me a lot of headaches. I didn't know how to resolve an issue. You know what I'm saying? Give a revolution. I'm trying to say the word.
Yeah, resolution.
Resolution to the problem was to, jump up. And when I went through like that, I crashed out. You know what I'm saying? I failed. I always failed and went the wrong way. When I didn't know how to solve a problem, with my fist. You know what I'm saying? Didn't, in my family, I love my family. We got great things, but we didn't do hugging and kissing you and telling you love you. It
And we
wasn't.
still don't.
Yeah, yeah. Well, none of that going on in our family. So, you know, I, uh, I remember my cousin. We laugh about that. We young. We about 5, 7 years old. I remember it's like, it's Christmas time. We excited. And get to one of my cousins, I say, I'm like, man, why you sleep? Why it's Christmas, man? He said, man, you too old to think it's still a Santa Claus keeper. You know what? I was like, what you mean, man? It's a Santa. We got the gifts, all excited. And yeah, man, man, your mama them gave you that gift. It was just all the things that were, as a kid, just it was being crushed, to the point that you had to be tough. You had to be a man. And I go back and look at that at 18, like my son now, he's 20. And I look at him and tell him, I tell my wife, man, I was that age. Look how clueless he is. I was the same clueless kid, you know what I'm saying? Same clueless person, the same with, matter of fact, I had more defects than he have. I had more trauma than he have. And I went out into that world. So that shaped me to go out into that world. And I wonder, why was I feeling? I wonder why I was going through this thing. Because, like I say, everybody's is not raised and not around the same environment you are in. So when I got into the world and started being around different people, I mean, one guy told me was talking, and the guy, I'm in the army, and the guy was like, I've been talking, and the guy said, man, Fletcher must have had a hard life, boy. He must, and the guy said, man, Fletcher ain't had no hard life. Fletcher mom was a school teacher. He lived in a house. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never, and I'm listening, but the guy, how I talk, how I act, that was his assumption of me. So, and that's the role that I play, so what people think. So when I got around different people, I got around in a different environment, I couldn't be that same person I was. When I got around people that were like, hey man, nah, we don't do that here, man. Why you getting like that? Why, start questioning me and start saying something to me, I start being there. But when I was around the ones that was like me, the ones that was was always trouble. But when I got around people that was thinking different than me, that's matter of fact, people that were thinking different than me saw something in me that I didn't see in me. I could be in the crowd with them and the people that saw something in me be like, hey man, come let me holler at you. I remember the guys I moved to Dallas with my dad and I used to hang around these guys, you know what I'm saying? We always out there kids wilding out. And I remember he'd sit on his car, he said he'd see me, he called me, he said, hey man, come here for a second. And I'm looking at him like, what you want with me, man? I don't know, this grown man, what you calling me out? And he said, man, I see something different in you. And he took me on his wing, but somebody else will see something in you and pull something out of you that you don't, but you got to be willing, you know what I'm saying, to receive. That's why I'm always talking about how important a mentor is. You know what I'm saying? How important a person that get the right and give you cheerlead. We talk about cheerleading, cheer you up, pump you up, tell you what you worth more than what you think you are. Because your environment and how you were shaped in your childhood you can hold the negative thoughts, the negative traits, and it can keep you in a box. It'll keep you locked in a box, and there's so much outside around the outside of that box. So that's what I'm saying, guarding your thoughts, putting the environment, and man, and pouring out all that old stuff that had happened to you, man. I heard this one guy talk about that. He was confessing, like, man, I'm trying to change. I did some things in the past, and I want the most. He said, I want God to forgive me, and I want to move forward. And the guy told him, he said, what you think is the problem? He said, well, well, it ain't you. He said, well, it's my subconscious. He said, exactly. He said, God already forgave you. The problem is you won't forgive yourself. You won't let those things go. You don't frame them things up and made that's who you are. But anything you can change who you are anytime. You can pull all them out. Yes, it's gonna take some work. Yes, it's gonna be hard, but you can change who you are. You can change the way you think, and that comes with thoughts, how you think of yourself. That's the first thing. And I know it went long short there, but the way.
No, man, no, man. You right on spot, bro. Matter of fact, you think you went long. You about to go longer now.
Yeah, no, you think of yourself. That's it. Go ahead.
No, you about to go even longer because
That's what I said it for real, but
I want to ask.
Sean, let me say this because man, I had to do this work, and we talk about. We talk about money on Monday on money on Wednesday. But man, your thoughts and all this stuff, you can't get to the money You can't get to have the best in the marriage. You can't
Hmm.
have all these things till you get this fixed right.
Cannot.
Yeah,
Cannot.
you cannot. It's gonna pull you back. So this is the most important. Money ain't number two. The most important thing is personal development, working on yourself, trying to fix yourself, finding yourself, pouring all this stuff out, man, and pouring something with you good. That's what it's about.
But here's where I want to go, and the reason why I say you're not through talking yet, because I want to ask you. See, this is a very important topic, Fletcher, because you and I, we're two different personalities, which make this a rich discussion for our audience tonight. If and again, if anyone tuning in for the very first time, we thank y'all so much for tuning in to World Premiere Word on the Streets. And we're talking about personal development. We're really talking about taking a dive, a deep look inside yourself, and perhaps question. Yes, question some of the things you was taught and you still probably hold on to, and but it may be some things you might need to let go in order to grow. And the reason why I say Fletcher got a lot more talking to do, because somebody may know me and say, okay, yeah, extra coming from you, that's your personality type, maybe so. But most of the folks who know Fletcher and who grew up with him, they will tell you, if you don't know him, his personality type is totally different from mine. And he's able to look inside of himself and question some of, just like me. Now, I don't want no one to misunderstand me. This thing is not pointed at no one. This is all of us.
Well, that's all of them. Yeah,
This
you
is
know what?
all of us. This is what I'm saying. This thing is a blanket over all of us to have the courage to dive into yourself and to take out the stuff that's just not working, man. Lady, it's not good, it's not working.
Yeah.
And you got to put pride and ego aside. So I want to really hear more from Fletcher, because he's he's a totally, I don't know, man. Whether it was harder for you or what to really make those changes and to continue to make those changes as I am, man. I am constantly working on myself, friends, every day. I still have things show up that I thought I had resolved, and I realized that I had not. Go ahead on, Fletcher.
Man, the thing that helped me, man, was people, man. You know what I'm saying? People saw something in me that I didn't see something in myself. Man, I was just ready. I'm at the point, like I said, I had my defenses up at all times. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. I'm ready for that smoke. I'm not saying I was the baddest guy. I ain't saying that, but I was ready for whatever is gonna come. You know what I'm saying? I had in my mind that I'm ready to deal with the consequences. You know what I'm saying? If I go out there and did it, I'm okay with the consequences. So the next person, they weren't gonna be okay, because I was gonna, if I made my mind up to do it, I'm going all the way. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you're gonna crash out like that. And the Most High was with me through a lot, but a lot of people, man, they saw something in me, man. I deal with a lot of women, so I didn't think I was crap. But a woman always tell me like they would see more than me. Then, when I was in the military, man, the crazy thing about extraordinary, I'm not using a race thing. I'm not, but I'm from Louisiana. I was raised up different. What I'm saying, I got off the, we had black and white race fights, so I had a problem with white people, especially in the military. But the crazy thing about it, when I got in the military, the white guys saw something in me and always tried to help me. They always, but again, we go back to that trust. I had no trust for them at all. You know what I'm saying? I had no understanding, because I wouldn't let my guard down. I'm like, because I didn't know, I ain't never had no white boy help me. You know what I'm saying? So you my chief, you telling me you gonna help me, you just saying that to me. You know what I'm saying? And they would say things to me, and I'm like, nah, because it didn't sound like that to me. It didn't, that person that you describing, that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why, man, you crazy. You don't know me. You know what I'm saying? So when they were saying those things, it was constantly, you know what I'm saying? Man, this is Fletcher. I had this one guy, his name Sergeant Whitehead, and I laugh about him, man. I had I was in Hawaii, and I get to my first duty station. I get in a fight. They move me to another unit. I get in a fight there. They move me to another unit. I'm in the other unit, and they got me sitting there with him and a lieutenant, and they talking to me. They chastising me, and the lieutenant telling me, he gonna do this to me if I don't do this. He gonna do it, and he telling me, he said, man, and both of them, like I said, they white. And the lieutenant said, if I tell you to clean this, it was a machine gun. If I tell you to clean this machine gun, you better clean it so good that you could eat off it. You know what I'm saying? Now, one thing about me, I knew the regulation. I knew what you can and can't do to me. I knew what to say. You know what I'm saying? I knew all those things. So when he said, I asked him to speak freely. I said, well, sir, can I speak freely? And usually when somebody tell you that, you don't give that command. So that's when you know a person not that smart. You don't know the regulation. So he said, of course. So that means I can curse him out if I really want to, because I can speak freely. But I told him, I said, you know what, sir, I said, you're right. If you tell me to clean that gun, that 50 cal, I'm gonna get it clean. But I'll be damned if I clean it. I'm not cleaning a goddamn thing. Because one thing, I outrank everybody over here. The next person that's in charge of me is the chief. Everybody else, I got 5 soldiers. I'm not doing a damn thing. And he was like, what? And the lieutenant was about to go off, and the chief said, nah, go ahead and leave. And Sergeant Whitehead, he looked at me, he said, man, I heard a lot of things about you. All of them, ain't none of them good. He said, but you ain't no dummy. He said, man, me and you gonna be all right. And we went on, and me and him came real close, you know what I'm saying, real friends, and he took care of me, man. I remember when I had to do and I know I'm going to I had to do a mission. We shoot live rounds because I was a cannon fire direction specialist. So we shoot cannons over people at the time. They're having a big exercise, and so Whitehead he had to go out to this class to get promotion, and my other chief had a appendix, so they needed somebody to be in charge, and they said, well, who we gonna get? And so Whitehead said, I'm gonna get Fletcher. Everybody said, hell no. They're like, Fletcher can't. No, no, no. I'm just showing you who I was then. They're like, no, no, man, what are you talking about? He said, listen, I'm not putting that in nobody's hand but Fletcher. I know Fletcher can carry it. I know he say what he can do and he can't do. He's a soldier, and they put me in charge. I remember the captain, he was from Mississippi. He came in there and he was telling me, well, Fletcher, Whitehead say you can do this. He started giving me orders. He said, you have anything to say? I said, yeah, I got one thing to say. He's like, what? This is how arrogant I am. I said, yeah, I'll take over it, but if you come to my vehicle one time, I don't want it. I'm going to give it back to you. Only way you're going to let me do it if I can do it running my own way, the way I want to run it. If I can't run it the way I want it, I don't want it. And he looked at me like, this fool crazy. But I'm just saying, he believed in me, and I beat everybody. Matter of fact, the general had to fly in. They call it General Corn. He came in, presented the corn to me and stuff, but he believed in me.
So after those events, what techniques or what method or what things happened to you to cause you to look inside your soul, inside yourself, and say, I need to pivot. I need to make a change.
What made me pivot man, it's other ministers before, like you said, it depends who you are. What made me pivot when I lost everything? When I got divorced, and I was, like I said, I tell that story. I say I sleep on my dad's sofa. You know what I'm saying? When I lost everything, and then I met my wife that I'm with now, and but me going on that journey, being by myself, I was on my sofa. Then I got an apartment, and I was being by myself, being alone, and looking at myself, and looking at.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay.
Yeah,
So
being by myself and going.
When you were by yourself,
yeah.
What happened when you was alone by yourself? And
that's when I started seeing, like, through the journey, you want to blame everybody. For every story, for every mistake, I had somebody to point to. You know what I'm saying? I'm pointing to my ex-wife, what she did wrong. I'm pointing to my daddy. I'm pointing to the military. I'm pointing to all these different people, different things, who did me wrong, who this and that. But when you by yourself and you trying to figure it out, it's just you.
This is key, friends. This is key, folks. This is key right here.
Go ahead on, bro. It was just me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting there by myself, and I'm sitting in there looking at all the mistakes, and I'm like, how, I'm talking now, I'm talking to the Most High. Now I'm like, man, how did I get here? Why you let this happen to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was going through my divorce, and I'm serious. I was on my knees. I'm telling you, man, I'm embarrassed. I'm talking about I'm stripped. I'm naked. I ain't got nothing on, man. I'm crying. I'm like, man, how did I get here? I've been on my own since I was 18. I've been doing, so. And the Most High showed me like a picture. He started showing me about my ex-wife. He like, you went from Louisiana. I sent you to Hawaii, from Louisiana to Hawaii. Beautiful state of Hawaii. What did you do? You brought her to Hawaii. Then you went from Hawaii to El Paso. He just started showing, he just started showing everything. And every time he did something, it was me. He put the picture, I can see myself like a movie. It's me. And it's me. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at there. And I remember talking to my mama. And my mama told me on the phone, I got in trouble. I was in jail, and showed me that. And she said, you know. I said, you know. She said, you know. You say, you know what you don't like. You know you don't like jail. You don't know. So I started saying, like, she right, I know all the things I don't like to do. So if I just cut all the things I don't like to do, we'll figure out the other thing. But I know I can't do those things no more. I know I can't do this. So being alone with myself and start looking at what I need to do for me and what I did wrong, and stop blaming everybody, instead focus on me, getting me right. That's when things start changing. And I'm gonna tell you one thing I did. I'm gonna add this carryout to I asked the Most High, this true story. I said, I need a mate. I said, don't sit. I said, I need you to send me a mate, because I don't know what's a good mate. I said, the mate that I want, and I said, excuse my language, I want something ragged. I want a slut. I don't know how to pick the right woman. I say, so I'm asking you to send me a helper. And I went on my journey. I started trusting him, trusting the process, trusting whatever. That negative stuff, thinking negative, I pulled in that room. In that time, I pulled all my past away right there. And that time I dug that hole, I put all that bad stuff, all the stuff I did, everything everybody said about me, I buried it right then. I put a new skin on. I took the mask off, that trying to be hard all the time, trying to be this, I took all that and put it all in that hole, and I covered it up. And I said, this is why I'm going forward. And that's what I started doing, going forward, and admitting that I don't know. Admitting that, like I said, my thing with white people ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? People ain't bad. I just got to be better. I got to be a better steward of who I'm around, a better put of the seed I'm putting. So I start opening my heart, humbling myself, and start being ready for the opportunities. And when I did that, that's when opportunities started coming. That's when the right people started coming around me. I knew what type of people that I didn't want around me, because the people that was around me in the past, I didn't want nothing against them. They was no good for me.
But so here's the deal. You knew you had to be better.
Yeah.
You came to a realization you had to be better.
And it's true that when I was trying to get better, I had a couple of friends that I tried to bring along with me. We friends to this day. We talk about that. I had some friends that because when I'm changing, they seeing me change. They like, man, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, let's go do this. I'm going to school now. I'm telling y'all, man, I'm trying to tell them, trying to bring them along and trying to go there. They're not coming with me. We getting into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude, even when I had jobs, I would get a job and bring my friend and get them a job with me. You know what I'm saying? And they wouldn't last. You know what I'm saying? So
here's the thing, friends. So here's the thing. This transformation is for all of us. So, but what we got to do, we got to get along by yourself and deal with issues within yourself by yourself, and stop blaming people, events, situation, rationalizing, and each and every one of us can give reason why things go bad. But when you're ready, when you take a dive into yourself, then let it be totally about yourself. And what he did, is what we often get confused when we hear the word meditate and we hear the word prayer. So what we get confused, I want to make this so clear that you don't miss it, friends. We think when someone say I went in my prayer closet or I meditated, then I became this new person. It, you heard his story. His story is similar to my story and your story. If you get real with yourself, I'm not asking you to say it on out here. Fletcher, he's such a stand up guy. He just like you say, we come on here naked and we share with you so that you can improve and be better, do better, and have better. But here's what we got to do, friends. We got to get naked. Naked. Naked means the naked truth. The naked truth is that no, you failed. You made the mistakes. You continue to make the mistakes. It's all about you, 100% about you. If you're not ready for it to be 100% about you, you're not ready. And the thing about it, and when you leave there, it doesn't stop. See, personal development is an everyday challenge because when you all those bad behavior you bear it, they do not leave you alone quietly.
No.
They may leave you for a while, but the moment someone step on that toe, that old personality is still there. That same Keith Fletcher that was excited that his uncle showed him that if you punch someone and they start bleeding, that person probably still there.
Oh yeah, he's still there. Yeah, he's still there.
And that same behavior inside of me that when you cross me and I find a way to get even, which that 7-year-old person still lives inside of us, friends. What I'm saying, you see, y'all thought I forgot about that the first 7 years. I didn't, but I wanted to make this point. It's a challenge when we say guard your thoughts.
Yeah.
It's easy to say this thing. Live it. Live it. Then come back and talk to me and Fletcher. Live it daily. Live guarding your thoughts. Live changing from what you were to who you want to be. Sculpture yourself. And then come back and talk to us. And then come back and tell me, oh man, it's easy. It's just affirmation thing, positive thinking. It's a lot more than positive thinking and just saying affirmation. I always say this word, application. That means to apply. Go ahead on, my brother.
Nah, you right. And like you say, man, when you going through this, like Jordan said, any little things can to test you to make you go back in there. Just like some people gonna remember who you are.
Oh, and we'll want to see if it's still there.
They want to see that still there. They ain't letting that go. They're gonna remind you who you are. They're gonna
Yeah.
mind about that person. They want to see that person. They
Mhm.
want to see that person, even though you're trying to do better. Nah, they don't believe that. They want that person to come out. So are you ready to hold that person? And it was some ups and downs with me. It took me years. And like I said, when I met my wife, my next wife, my second wife, man. And I remember she used to tell me, we laugh about that now. We get into it with somebody, like she'll say something like, and I was like, man, somebody can hurt you. Something you say, there's nothing wrong. Nobody should put their hand on because I want to say what I want to say. You want the right to put your hands on me? I say, nah, where the world I come from, boy, you say something crazy, somebody gonna put their hands on. We laugh. We laugh about it. I'm like, I don't know what world you come from. But my world, you say something wrong, somebody gonna put. I don't care. They put their hands on, but. And she was right, like everything is not basically what she's telling me, everything is not a battle, Keith. Everything is not a war. You don't burn everything down. You know what I'm saying? What you got, who got more to lose? So that's the way I started thinking, man, I'm not, I done built this up. I'm not letting, then understanding you giving somebody else power over you. You know what I'm saying? The person that's so easy to react that's the weak person. The one that have the control and understanding, that's the wisdom. That's the strong person. That's the smart person. And so I started that would help me, man. Started being around different people, man. Because I'd have been around friends that's ready for whatever. Now I can't be around you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Me and
yeah.
you mixing together is not gonna be good for neither one of us. You know what I'm saying? So I need to be have that friend that say, nah, bro, don't do that. You know. And I had a good friend. He used to tell me all the time, man, why? You know that why you gotta hear me say why? He said that to me, man, because I want this is who I am, this how I am, but why? You don't have to do, you know what I'm saying? Why do you go there first? That's what he used to tell me. Why that's the first thing that you go to. You know, you don't even try to resolve the issue by talking. Why? You know, and he was right. You know what I'm saying? Why? You know, and we friends to this day. Now I tell him stuff, and he was like, "Man, I remember I used to tell this to you." You know, so it's a lot of work, man. But you know, I'm telling you, getting to the other side and you know, start and the point is, Troy, there, the person that I was would have never seen the things that I seen through my life because I couldn't have brought that person with me. That
Yeah.
person who I was, like I'm gonna show you, Troy. You heard
That's
me tell the
true.
story before.
Right.
I was going to refinance my house, and when I had my counsel and the guy, I called this guy and we talked, conversation. He said, yeah, you can do it. Gave a good. I knew the money I was going to get, the prices I want, and came back. He went and looked at my job. I was working, but they put me on leave to go to surgery. And he called them and they told him they didn't want to tell him, but they told him and he found out. He's like, well, Mr. Fletcher, we can't do this until you get. Man, I went off on him so bad, cursed that man out so bad, and caught him. I was so angry, man. And I'm saying after I went through my surgery and everything, you know, the Most High told me to call him, and at this time I'm listening, and I'm talking to God like, why do you want me to call? That man is not gonna talk. Do you know what I said to that man? He like called him and apologized to him and get him to do it. Now it got all kind of long people I could have called. I could have called
Mhm.
other people and got the same, but I called him and I called him when he answered the phone, he said he knew who I was. He said, you know, Mr. Fletcher. I said, yeah. He said, man, I never thought I'd hear from you again. And I apologized to him. I said, yeah, the Most High told me to call you and tell you I'm sorry I am, but I really want to do this deal and I want to do it with you. And by me doing that, man, that's the crazy thing about it with me. You got to understand it. When I was trying to refinance at the time, I was going to get I think it was FHA or whatever. But when I did that, got a better job. And I'm talking about a few months after I did that, he called me. He said, Mr. Fletcher, man, if you wouldn't believe this, man, I can get you a conventional loan at this rich, lowest rate, lower rate, everything, man. I was like, man, thank you. And he took care of me. And then after that, man, he taught me about real estate. That's what got me into like dealing with real estate and buying a house, another house, getting, you know, he was to open the door for me. He taught me a lot of stuff. And I'm just saying how things, when you humble yourself and get out your way,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
everything, you know. And I started doing that, man, and started opening my, and man, I done met so many people, man, that added value to my life, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to give value back, learning that way that I was, man. I tell my kids that there's no reason to that. Who got more to lose, you
I
know?
think that story you just told encapsulized the program tonight, reprogramming your
Mhm.
mind for success. That was a
Yeah.
very success story, brother.
I will, yeah.
That was
Now, I pray
real
for
good.
success. That's it. And that's you like I said, that person that you are now, it cannot go with you. It can't go you when you that goal you got, that dream you got to get that person, get yourself built up to get to that place. And it's not gonna happen overnight. That's another thing. Like I say, you might get up to a point of you, like you said, I'm trying to stop smoking. You stop, then you fail. I'm trying to stop cursing, or I'm trying to my temper. I'm trying to it take time to get that. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, look at the people you're around too. Look at the environment you in too. Those things make a difference too. Look at the people who lifting you up, who mentor you, who raise you up, who congratulate, who that'll tell you the truth about yourself. You know, all those things that matter, man. All those things matter.
Introducing the Ring Battery Doorbell Plus, the ultimate solution for your home security needs. With head-to-toe HD Plus video, you can see more of who's at your door, ensuring you never miss a detail. Enjoy crystal clear motion detection and color night vision, so you can stay protected day or night. Plus, with package alerts, you'll know exactly when your deliveries arrive. But that's not all. The Battery Doorbell Plus is powered by a quick-release battery pack, making it incredibly easy to recharge. Installation is a breeze. Just connect to Wi-Fi through the Ring app and mount it using the included tools. Connect it with Alexa for pre-recorded announcements and two-way talk. And with the Ring Protect plan, You can even record all your videos and review them for up to 180 days. Don't live in fear any longer. Take control of your home security with the Ring Battery Doorbell Plus. Order today by scanning the QR code or clicking the link, and start feeling safer and more secure in your own home. Visit the link to order now. Reduce your tension and fears with the Ring Battery Doorbell Plus, your perfect companion for peace of mind. Order now.
Friends, we certainly hope you all enjoyed our program tonight. It's been fun, it's been real, it's been exciting. And we definitely hope that you really got it. That personal development is something that we all should be working on each and every day in our life. If you enjoyed the show, please subscribe, click like, and share our link on your social media platform with your friends, family, and loved ones. Fletcher and I would so greatly appreciate it. Fletcher, man, I enjoyed this show tonight, brother.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I just want people to understand they can change. And the biggest thing for me, man, when you start understanding, you say you can't change this who I am. That's a behavior. And what it is, your behavior controls your belief. And all you got to do is switch it around, man, and let your beliefs and start to control your behavior. Because you got your belief, you would act accordingly, then it'll be a behavior. So let's work on that, man. Let's work on our beliefs, strengthening our belief that we can change, that we can do better, and start working on ourselves daily, like Jordan say. Come check us out, man. Mondays and Wednesdays, we here dropping it, trying to help, trying to do our small part. Like me and Jordan say, we get one, man, we can change a lot, you know what I'm saying? But we want more. We want to build a community. And I thank each one that show up every day, every Mondays and Wednesdays with us, supporting us, sharing it, checking us out. We thank y'all, man. Y'all have a great day, man. Great evening.